Hi everyone, hello and welcome back to a brand new piercing reaction video. So today we're going to be doing your own piercing horror stories. I've not done one of these for a very long time. So I have gone back to my previous horror stories video, which is where I asked for your new stories, and I'm going to scroll through them and read through some of them and get triggered. All aboard the trigger train. Beep beep. I promise I'll never do that again. So as always, make sure you do leave some more piercing horror stories in the comments below for my next video that I do. And if you have already posted a comment and I haven't read it, you are more than welcome to repost the same comment. But let's get triggered. I wanted to get my nose pierced at the age of 12, but my mum wouldn't let me have it done. 12 was quite young to get nose piercing, to be honest. My mum wouldn't let me get it done at a tattoo place because she said the only option was Claire's. Do not get it done, please. Do not get your piercings done at Claire's. But you really said it was a bad idea and I really wanted to get my nose pierced still, and I decided to do it myself with a sewing needle and gloves. You were 12 years old. No, why are you doing that? No, oh God, no, please. I bought a bottle of cleaning stuff and I closed my eyes when I was pushing the needle through, and it hurt like hell. The needle had gone through wonky, so it was coming out of the tip of the nose. What? The needle had gone through wonky, so it was coming out the tip of my nose. What? So, what? She pushed it through like this and it came out here? Like, I don't even know how to respond to that. What? I tried to pull it out and the needle snapped into three. Oh my, for God's sake. One part in my nose stuck. I went to the hospital and had it removed and it's stitched up, and now I have a scar on my nose. Oh my God, please do not pierce your nose at home, especially when you are 12 years old. Roly does not approve that. I just still can't get into my mind this needle going through like this and then coming out the front of your nose. Like, how did that happen? How did you pierce it that bizarrely angle? I don't get it. You've invented a new piercing, I guess. My friend's dad was a firefighter and he had his nipple pierced, and when he went into a burning house, it was so hot the metal bar heated up and started burning his nipple. He ran out and dumped water on it. Oh my God, you know, I never even thought of that, like being a firefighter. I mean, if I was a firefighter, I wouldn't have piercings anyway because it feels like it'd be like an obstacle, like imagine if you get caught on a ladder or something. Oh my God, that must hurt so badly, like having this like hot blooded nipple. Like, oh my God, my piercing melted my body. True story. Here's a horror story for you. So in my mid-teenage years, I got really bad migraines. My mum found out that a day piercings could relieve the pain. We went to a local shop about 10 minutes from us. The same guy had done my navel piercing with no trouble, so we went back. I lay down on the table and the piercer started to prep my ears and such. When he shoved the needle through my ear, it got stuck on the cartilage. Oh, for God's sake, day piercings are so difficult to do. They are a tricky one to do. So we, of course, pulled it back out, oh God, and re-pierced it again. Oh, for God's sake. Oh my God, that must hurt. I find it weird that they would do that and then push, like, why would you take it back out and try to pick, because like you've made like a hole and then you could have like gonna put like another hole pretty much in the same position, but like the chances of you being able to redo it exactly perfect is gonna be really difficult, and you kind of like made like a really weird deformed shaped hole. So of course he pulled it back out and re-pierced it again. It got stuck again, oh my God. So instead of pulling it out and waiting, he just shoved it all the way through very quickly without warning me. He ended up using smelling salts on me because I started to pass out. Luckily it actually healed pretty well and I haven't had migraines since. You were very lucky that that healed well. You were very lucky. I love the fact that like you were gonna like faint. Well, I don't love the fact you were gonna faint, but I love the fact that you were gonna faint and he like used like smelling salts to like perk you up. Day piercings are really notorious for this kind of stuff. It's a very difficult piercing. You know, mine caused me a lot of stress. It's healing quite nicely now, but you know, when I first got it done, it was very problematic and it's been a bit of a bitch to heal, but it's sort of getting there now, which is nice, and I'm not screaming every 10 seconds going, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, why did I ever get you done? I have recently had my day pierced with a ring and thought everything was fine until one morning I woke up and it was throbbing and oozing. So I took the ring out but regretted it and forced it back in. Oh my God, that's such a bad thing. Oh, okay. But it wouldn't go through and it was so painful. I was just lying crying on the floor. No, like seriously, when you get new piercings, like when they're still fresh, when you take them out, the hole tends to seize up really quickly. So basically, if you try and push it back through, you're almost like re-piercing it again. Like new piercings do heal really quickly because it's like I don't really understand. I don't know bodies. I'm not a biologist, so I don't know. But like when you do get new piercings, they tend to seal up really quickly once you've taken it out. So years and years ago, we're talking like 2010. When my Auntie Tragus was being a bit of a bitch, I did the same thing. I took it out and 2 days later, I pushed it back through and oh my God, the pain of putting it back in was hurt more than the actual piercing itself because it's so tender and you're basically reopening the hole that had been closed. Like it's not a good idea. It's not mine, but a friend's piercing horror story. She got her nose pierced over the summer and we went to the pool. She never listened, so yeah, don't go swimming after you just had a piercing, guys. Do not, oh my God, it's like the worst thing you could do for a fresh piercing. It's the worst thing you can do. She never listened, so she went swimming right after and she caught her nose ring on the slide and it pulled out. No! Triggered. No, how? Oh my God, no, the thought of going down a slide and your nose like pulled out. Choo-choo, all aboard the triggered train. Oh my God, no. I was at my friend's house to spend the night. Her dad had both her nipples pierced. Oh God, why is it always nipple piercing? Like all these stories to do with nipple piercings. I know you're gonna say something about being ripped out or it's gonna be bloody. Like it makes me, because obviously mine's been a bit problematic, so I'm terrified. We went to her room and we heard her parents fighting in the living room. So we went down to check it out and we saw her mum rip out one of her dad's nipple rings. Do you know, that's actually a bit of a fear of mine, like ever getting into a fight with someone and then like grabbing hold of my ears or then like grabbing hold of my nose ring and pulling it out or something. Like that is actually like a considerable like fear. Like I remember a little while ago when I did a video with my friend Kaya, Toxic Tears, you might remember, she was saying that a group of like friends got attacked and one of the chavvy guys was trying to pull out one of her friends like piercings here. And that's such a horrendous thing to think of. Like, and to think that you went down and you saw like your friend's mum rip out her husband's nipple ring. That's not only like triggering, that's also something that can like disturb you for a life. My piercing horror story happened with the double helix piercings. The first one was done professionally and it was fine, but I pierced the second one below myself a few years later. No. I used gloves and a hollow needle and the long bar and everything was fine, but I didn't think to change the first piercing to a longer bar to account for the swelling. So a few days go by and my ear literally triples in size. Oh my God, it was flaming hot because the original piercing was swollen so tight, the jewellery was stuck in my ear. It took forever to get both piercings jewellery out, and that was for sure some of the worst pain I've ever been in. Yeah, no guys, seriously, if you do get piercings, make sure the ones that are next to it also get changed to longer bars just to accommodate it. The swelling like of piercings don't really last that long anyway, it does go down, so you can change it back relatively soon, but please do that, as that kind of stuff will happen. Also, don't pierce yourself at home! Same thing happened to me when I had my second lip piercing, because my lip swelled up quite badly, and this one had like a hoop in that I didn't change, and it like indented my lip for a little while, because it swelled up around it, and I was like, I'll be fine! I wasn't fine. When I was 13, me and my stepmom went to a local piercing shop that was very known in the area. We both were getting our noses pierced. I actually wanted no forcing here. The guy pierced it and everything was okay, but I heard an oops. Oh God. Imagine the feeling of getting a piercing and as it's done, the piercer's just like, oops. Like that's literally not like, that's something that would like send like shockwaves through your spine. Like what the hell has happened? Because you can't see, I guess. No, that's horrendous. It turned out that he pierced with an 18 gauge needle, but the jewelry was only 16 gauge. Oh, for God's sake, what is with these people? What? Incompetence! Told me to come back a couple weeks later when it all healed up to redo it no charge, then proceeded to just rip the needle out. Obviously it was bleeding everywhere. Apparently I passed out and woke up. Oh my God, you passed out and woke up in their bathroom 20 minutes later. The thing is, I love doing these videos and I love it, but the thing is, I always tell you guys to go to professional people and then stories like this happen and it's like, I'm spitting everyone, I'm sorry, I'm like the bloody Niagara Falls. I tell you to go to professional places and this stuff happens and it's like, doesn't always happen. Please don't ever think that. Like, just, I want to re-clarify that, you know, this stuff is very rare and it's only on like minimal cases stuff like this happens, so please don't be scared. I went to Six Flags theme park. Oh, for God's sake, do I want to read this? I can already tell what's gonna happen. I went on the Green Lantern roller coaster. Awful idea. There were signs that said no earrings because apparently the way the ride was, standing up, your head between this headrest. Oh, okay, so the things are like beside you. But I kept seeing other people with piercings get on the ride without taking them off. And I had just got my date and conch pierced 1 month ago, so I couldn't take it out. But I really wanted to go on the ride. Needless to say, my head rattled on the ride going 80 miles per hour and my ears got banged up real bad and super swollen and would not stop bleeding, and I ended up developing keloids on my piercings. No. Do you know that's actually something that I get asked all the time? Like, because I'm obsessed with theme parks, some of you might not know, if I'm ever at a theme park, I do generally get some of the attendants on the rides or people waiting in the queue asking me, like, does it bother me, or like, is it difficult, like, do I hit them? Luckily for me, I'm 6'1", so I'm quite tall, so a lot of the time, like, my shoulders and stuff and head are quite above restraints. Like, ones that sort of come over here and stuff, like my head's quite far enough that even if I was to do that, this part of my head will get, like my neck will get hit on the bar instead of like here. But I do have this innate fear that one day I'm gonna go on something and something's gonna get caught on something, it's gonna get ripped out my ear, like that's horrendous. And I'm sorry that you had to go through that. So I have an unusual piercing horror story. So basically I got a helix pierced on the 1st of June with a gun. Oh, for God's sake, of course you did, bang bang. Since then it hasn't healed completely and I've been struggling a lot with it. So this autumn I had a cockatiel and I finally managed to reduce the inflammation that my piercing had been having for a long ass time. One day my cockatiel was casually chilling and having fun on my shoulder and I was kind of minding my own business. Oh my God, I can tell where this is already going. This is reminding me of that cat story from my last one about the tongue piercing. So suddenly my parrot bit onto my piercing and held onto it and was pulling it so hard I couldn't get him off to let it go, and it hurt so effing much. But I eventually got my parrot away from my shoulder. So as I looked in the mirror, I see blood all over my ear. And as I look closer, my parrot literally ripped part of the whole, oh my God. And there was a small piece of skin hanging there. I wonder what made your parrot do that. Like, was it really sort of like shiny or something that made it sort of like catch its eye? So my last one, there was a story about a cat who like clawed their owner's tongue, had tongue piercing. Their tongue, like their claw got caught in the tongue piercing. Now this is a parrot that's eating someone's ear piercing. Like, no. Not only did you do it with a gun, you then got attacked by a parrot who wanted to taste some human flesh. Again, like always, please leave some more stories down below. And if you have posted one already that I haven't read out, feel free to copy and paste it into this comment section and I could be doing it into my part 5. I'm glad that you guys are still enjoying all of these videos. You know, it's incredible. 2019 is going to be an amazing year, and hopefully I can do a lot more reaction stuff because that seems to be doing the best of my channel, so do it while I can. Yeah, so I'll see you very soon. Make sure to hit the like button, this really help me out. Come and follow me on all my social medias, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. All that is linked in the description and in the comment section below. I'll see you very soon for another video. Be fabulous, amazing, big baby. Everything you want to be, don't let any bitch they take on with you because you are flawless. Yes!